Veronica Beard began as an experiment between sisters-in-law who shared not only a lifestyle, but also a name. Veronica Miele Beard and Veronica Swanson Beard recognized that little existed for busy moms who wanted to be effortlessly stylish. Together, they set out to change that. I catch up with the design duo to discuss their ever-growing line of chic separates. Tell me about the inception of the label, the genesis behind Veronica Beard.
We're sisters-in-law.
Right.
We're married to brothers.
You're the Veronica Beards.
We are. And we had, talked about a ton of different ideas and always kept coming back to this concept of the uniform. The pieces that women, really wanted to live in, the things that they go back to time after time. And the piece that we decided we had to start with was the blazer.
Jacket. We started with this jacket, and Veronica and I actually made protos and wore them around, and had an enormous following of people asking, how are you looking so skinny when you're wearing this enormous fisherman sweater under your jacket?
And I've heard that this is part of your process now moving forward, that you both test the pieces out before anything comes into the line.
Yeah.
How long do you guys test pieces out for?
We test it out in terms of,
obviously you're not testing all 40
you gotta be able to
pieces.
like bend over, pick some stuff that you drop off on the floor, and then pick up a kid and get your bag and your groceries and get in a car. That's really, really living in the clothes.
So they're not too precious, but when they need to be, they can be.
We always say, there's so many incredible designers out there that create fantasy, and what we're really trying to deliver is reality.
Taking that kind of singular focus on versatility, how has the line expanded from the original idea, and where do you see it going in the future?
We have a devoted customer who, if she loves her jacket and then she wants it in 5 different colors, and then she buys her Dickies, and then she wants to try our dresses and our blouses, and then the blouse becomes, that piece she keeps wearing. Oh my gosh, I've worn this print 20 times. What else do you have?
Do you think that customer is predominantly women like yourselves who have very busy, active lives, or do you think it's broadening?
I think it's broadening. Our core customer's in her 30s and 40s, but she ranges from her 20s to her 70s.
One of our first customers was Gwyneth Paltrow, and she's beautifable. And,
effortlessly.
And shares, right?
Yeah,
and so you figure if she's paying retail for
yeah.
this, then maybe we're onto something.
With the most recent collection, I thought there was this really fabulous tension that existed between beautiful classic pieces, but also pieces that were really dynamic and on trend. And you don't often see that kind of balance exist in one single line, especially one that's smaller and still growing. So how, what brought you to that point? How did you guys achieve that balance?
I think that we always sort of start out, we always talk about cool, classic, and chic, just as very overused words that sort of, embody this woman. And there's the classic pieces that we want to have, the cool pieces that we want to have, and the chic pieces that we want to have.
Right.
And so that's sort of one part, and then there's always a really good, healthy balance of masculine and feminine.
Speaking to spring, talk to me about the motifs there. What inspired the collection?
Well, we were really inspired by Morocco, just in terms of the color palette and the prints. When we start creating our mood board and start looking at the line and the colors, and it just sort of naturally gravitates into something. And Morocco was what we kept coming back to.
On to the more personal questions for each of you. A favorite book?
Favorite book?
We can include magazines as well.
Like Us magazine.
I like Us magazine.
That's my favorite. That's about all I'm reading these days.
I know, who has time to read?
Right? So being sisters-in-law and working together, what's it like at family parties?
Entertaining, because we at least have a friend there always.
Listen, when I first married into this family, there were no women, and I just did feel so different.
Yeah.
And alone, sort of, and then...
And you were the first Veronica Beard,
right.
were you not?
And then the father got
married. A long time.
Oh no, you got married to Jamie, and then the father remarried, and then all of a sudden there's like a lot of women.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a whole new family. It's so different now.